Hi, I'm Hannah, UK Master Trainer for Keiser Fitness. And today we're back here at Everyone Active talking about how to increase your power output on your indoor bike. So, very first thing that we need to make sure that we have in place before we start trying to improve your power is to understand what it is right now. So I would always recommend that you take an FTP test. FTP stands for Functional Threshold Power, and it's the most amount of power that you can sustain at an RPM, a speed, of 80 to 90 RPM. You don't need to worry about doing it for an hour though. If you use the Keiser app, the Keiser M Series app, you can do a 5-minute test version. Once you've taken that test, you'll have a power output, a number, that will give you your baseline for where you're at right now. So when you've done the test, here are some little tricks and tips that you can do to improve that over the coming weeks. The first thing, really simple, ride more classes. Spend as much time as you can on that bike, making sure that you're getting comfortable with gear. Always just try and hold that one extra gear. You might not think you can, but I promise you, you can. And over time, that gear will start to become more and more comfortable. So tip number 1 for improving power output is just to spend as much time as you can on the bike. Secondly, there's something you can do off the bike that will help with power output, and that is strength training. Using free weights, machines, body weight, whatever it is that works for you, improving your overall strength is really going to help with your power output on the bike. And then thirdly, getting used to focusing on gear, not speed. If we have a very high speed but very little gear on the bike, you may feel like you're working super hard, but actually what you're doing is working at quite a low power output. Your watts will be quite low, even though your speed is high. So try to, if you're used to working at 100 and above in your speed, bring it back down into the 80s and 90s and get used to working with heavier gear at lower speed. There's a couple of little ways you can play as well. My favorite one to increase power output, there's two. Firstly is to come onto the bike and be riding at a cadence of about 80 or 90, holding a moderate to heavy gear, and then just surging forward in your speed for 20 to 30 seconds, pulling it back to 80 or 90, and then going again, pushing into that 90 to 100 and pulling it back. And if you repeat that for a few minutes, that will start to help you get used to holding that heavier gear. The other thing you can do is look at standing attack work. So again, holding moderate to heavy gear, coming just up out of the saddle at 80 to 90 and just really pushing some power here, and then coming back to the saddle to recover. So give those 3 things a go and make sure you retest your FTP every 5 to 6 weeks and check out your progress.